Without further ado, please put your hands together for the next comedian. Very funny, Elliott Rose!
Hello, you guys. I'm going to start this set off with a question to you, man with the mustache. What do you think my ethnicity is? Let me just say beforehand, no wrong answers. You can say whatever you want. There's actually a lot of wrong answers, but I'm not going to hold it against you. Because I realize I'm ambiguous looking enough that I can just be a reflection of whatever your hang-ups are. Like if you need a Latino to be intimidated by, soy extranjero con pelo negro. If you need a Native American to feel guilty about, I'll stand in that corner heroically, look to the sky majestically. The only thing that I ask you, man with the mustache, is please, when I ask you, what ethnicity do you think I am, don't respond ethnic. Because ethnic is just a polite way of saying, I don't know what you are, but I don't trust it. So what's your guess? Hurry up. Peruvian. Good guess, but no, I'm Filipino. And I'm very proud to be Filipino. But you know what I'm even more proud of? They ask. They wait in silence for it. I'm even more proud of the fact that I call my dick my Filipinas. So good. I'm 30, but I have the facial hair of like an ambitious 15-year-old. Like one day it'll be a beard. No, it won't. And I feel like I really got to change my look up because I am tired of this look of nearsighted Filipino Jesus. Because this look tells you everything you need to know about my personality. Like, oh, I bet he listens to Radiohead. Yup. He seems like the type of fella that reads 19th century Russian literature and wants people to know about it. I do. And I just did. You are welcome. Oh, I bet back in high school, Elliott had an unintentional mullet that he tried to play off as a back ponytail with bangs. Very difficult to get a girlfriend in high school when you were rocking the Betty Page haircut at the age of 16. I want to transition away from this look. I want to transition into like the gentleman hobo. I have a top hat that I doff when I call people Senator and Madam Speaker unironically. Because I think that'll help me become the Al Gore of crazy. Is it weird that I just automatically assume I'm eventually going to be homeless? Like that's just how my brain works. And so like I'm very conscientious of the homeless population in Seattle because those are my future peers. I don't want to get a bad rap before I enter. And so I was coming out of a QS. The only problem is like my brain's kind of a dick, and it just thinks like, what's the easiest way to make this awkward for everybody? And I was coming out of a QFC, and a homeless gentleman very politely asked me, "Buy me dinner!" To which I replied, "Only if it's a romantic one." And he had the best comeback. He looks at me and he goes, "You're not my type." Rejection. Anybody here remember their first kiss? Yeah. I actually don't remember my first kiss. I don't remember that angel that made me a member of that club. But I do remember being somebody else's first kiss, and I'm just going to say right off the bat, poor girl. She was a 24-year-old former Mormon missionary, and I was an 18-year-old ne'er-do-well with a fondness for Shakespearean slang. And so she's putting the moves on me. Yeah, that's right. So she's putting the moves on me, and I don't even catch it. Like, she sits really close to me, and she drapes a blanket over the two of us, and I'm just thinking, if there's a color darker than black, I'm gonna start wearing that instead. And finally she just goes, "Elliott, I've never been kissed before, but I want to be kissed, and I want you to want to kiss me." And I thought, this is the first person who's ever wanted something from me that isn't a debt collector. I'm gonna milk it for all it's worth, are you kidding? So I was like, what would make you want to get kissed by a guy like me? And she goes, well, I think you're handsome, which is code for, you're not my ideal. but you'll do. And then she said, and you're smart, which she's totally right about. Anyway, we lean in to kiss. She puts her hand on my stomach, and I'm kind of weird. I don't like to be touched by people unless I'm really familiar with them. So we lean in to kiss. She puts her hand on my stomach. I spasm, headbutt her in the face. And she goes, Jesus Christ, why would you do that? And I'm trying to cover for how weird I am, so I'm just like, I just wanted to see how badly you wanted it. I am a feminist. I am such a feminist that I think, you go, girl, while they're breaking up with me. But I've been thinking about my ex-girlfriend a lot lately because she took the bed with her. And the hard part about that relationship wasn't the breakup. The hard part was meeting her father for the first time. Because let's be honest, no father wants this for his little girl. No father wants his little girl to fall in love with a guy that lists part-time comic, full-time lover on his occupation on Facebook. And bonus, has the voice of a disinterested NPR correspondent. And so we're at dinner together, and it's awful. We're not able to talk to one another because we both speak English, but he's interested in like the Wall Street Journal and initial public offerings, and I had told him that I'd recently started washing with lavender body oil. And it kind of makes me feel emotional inside. And finally, he just gets so tired of me, he just goes, my God, are you into sport at the very least? I'm into a sport. And there is no quicker way to shut up a 55-year-old red-blooded American male than to tell him that your favorite sport is ice dancing. I don't know. I'm a pretty good catch, though, you guys. No applause for that. Nice. I'm a pretty good catch, though. I've actually been on television. I was on the Comedians of Comedy with Zach Galifianakis, Patton Oswalt, and Sarah Silverman. Woo! I was in the audience. And I didn't realize I was on TV until my buddy calls me and he's like, oh my God, El, you were on TV, buddy! And I was like, really? Was it awesome? And he goes, you'll see. So, I'm watching a rerun, and Sarah Silverman comes on stage, and her very first joke is, boy, there sure are a lot of dorks in the audience. Cut to my face! Oh, Sarah Silverman, you card. She's just saying what we're all thinking, right, fellas? Dork 5. Here's the thing, you guys. I did not see Sarah Silverman perform that night. She performed the night after I was there. So what that means is when they were editing the show together, they were like, who's the perfect dork? That guy. This guy right here. Thank you very much.